See what you guys have, what you guys are doing in your grow. And I wanted to spread a little bit of knowledge on you guys. So, you guys, first of all, you see I have a separate jug here for my veg, my seedlings, and my flower. They look the same, so I marked them. Make sure there's a difference. When you guys are putting your nutrients and things like CalMag and things like that, and then your beneficial microbes and things like that into here, you cannot just put them in any order that you want, because what is going on is, if you, let's say, you take your water, your pH'd off water or whatever, and then you put your beneficial microbes in first, and then your nutrients, and then your CalMag. What's going to happen is it's going to bind together, and what happens when your plant is what it has to do is the roots have to break that stuff down before it can take it up into its roots. So you have to make sure that you put what you're putting into your water, which is going into your soil or your cocoa or whatever you're growing in a specific order. So let's say you're using silica or you're using CalMag. Silica and CalMag goes in very first. Okay? Before that, you may want to test the water with a total dissolved solids meter, with a TDS meter, and see where you're starting at, because the number will change. You can find a chart online that'll tell you for like seedling, veg, flowering. The lower the better for starting off with your water. Like when I just mixed this up a couple minutes ago, I started off with 0.20 total dissolved solids per million in the water. Great, damn near pure. Okay, so since I'm not using silica or anything like that, my very first move was the CalMag. Boom, drop that in there, give them a little shake, give it a couple minutes, let that stuff get all dissolved and let it settle. Your next move is, if you're in veg or if you're in flower, your fertilizer and any additives that you're going to put in there, or if it's like blood meal, bone meal, worm castings, anything like that, that's when that goes in. It goes in with your fertilizers. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to break out the pH meter. After you give that time to settle, give them a good shake, give it time to settle and break down through the whole gallon, and make sure it's all leveled out. You're going to want to give it a good shake. Then you're going to test it with your pH meter. These your nutrients are going to drop your pH drastically. So, are you using like this? This is general hydroponics, pH up, pH down. That's not what I use. I did, but what I use is the organic way, the baking soda. And you can use lemon juice too, but I prefer to use the lime juice. I mean, if you look up all the terpenes, there's limonene in the terpenes, and that comes from organic. That's an organic thing that comes off and boom, comes onto your trichomes at the very end of the thing. So if you think that little stuff like this does not matter in the early part of your run, you're sadly mistaken, my friend. It will make all the difference in the end. I choose to go organic with it. Plus, it's a whole lot more forgiving than this stuff. And then your very last move, after you make sure you get your pH right, this lime is your natural pH down. The baking soda, is your natural pH up. You still want to be very careful. the less the better. You know, you can always put more in, you can't take something out. So, then your very last move after you get your pH where you want it is to put your beneficial microbe compost tea in there. Give it a good shake, let it sit. What I'm using right here is Recharge. It's Biotech Recharge. Same people that make the Grow Dots. It's all beneficial microbes. It promotes root growth. It fights off the bad bacteria that you could possibly have in your soil or cocoa or whatever you are growing in, and all that good stuff. So, let me know, guys. What are you guys using in your water? What are you guys using to feed your plants? Much love, guys. You guys have any constructive criticism, questions, comments, any love to spread, any of that stuff? More than welcome, man. I salute y'all. Thank you, every single one of my subscribers. I love each and every one of you. If you guys are just sliding in, it's the first time you guys are seeing my video, thank you. Boom. Thank you for watching. Much love, guys.